Lights out, faithful. You already know it's your boy EE, and I needed to make you aware of Low Tide City, which is happening May 11th through the 12th in beautiful Round Rock, Texas. That's right, in the Kalahari Resort. Listen, head over to start.gg/lowtidecity2024 because you can use the code LIGHTSOUT20 to get $20 off of your registration, or hit that QR code that you see right there on your screen as well. Again, enter that code LIGHTSOUT20 to get $20 off of your registration, and we'll see you there, man. Whole Lights Out squad, get ready.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and joy and delight to welcome you to Lights Out episode 49. And of course, I have to let you guys know this episode is presented by our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app and use code LIGHTSOUT for a deposit match of up to $100. We'll get more into that later as we progress throughout the episode. But of course, I would be remiss if I didn't remind you guys to make sure you're liking, comment, and subscribing to the channel. Check out our Patreon content and enjoy the boys on all their socials as well. But I talked a lot in that opening, so I'm going to let these two gems who are together for a change talk a little bit. Cosmos and Light, what's going on?
We quit. Click the hang up button.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding.
Please don't.
How's it going? We're doing pretty good. We are at the training domain, the room of spirit and time, the hyperbolic time chamber, getting ready for collision.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, Cosmos has been here a little longer than I have. I just got here last night, but I'm ready to get some practice in before the next tournament starts, trying to stay on our toes so we can do as best as we can before we get our short little break.
Yep, we've been grinding, bro, and I was actually it was crazy yesterday because I was playing the entire time, and I thought you were just gonna come here and sleep, and then you got here at like 2, 3 a.m. and you played like 2 hours. You went to sleep at like 5 a.m.
I'm dedicated
crazy.
because, man, I
Yeah.
really gotta play good, man.
But yeah, we're definitely today's gonna be a super grind day, and we're gonna kill it at collision. I got to play Spargo.
Ooh, I actually want to see that.
Spargo just got 9th at Coinbox. He ain't shit right now. You'll be all right. You'll be all
Wash did bad at online for me. Wash.
right.
That's his domain.
We're kidding,
Real.
Spargo. We know you want Bonita Harbor. We're getting to all that.
Wash. Kidding.
We'll get into all that soon. I do want to touch on the past events of what happened last week, and I'm talking about a couple events, Cirque 3 and the Lit Invitational. We'll start with the Lit Invitational because, Light, you did perform immaculately at that event. You killed it, won it from loser's bracket over Mia. Tell us, my guy, how was that run, and how did you do it?
That run felt really good, honestly. I knew I was playing good. I mean, I've been playing good since I've been putting effort back in the game. Like, it's very rare that I have bad days at this point. So, like, if my bad days, I guess, were days that I can, like, barely clear out versus top players, not really days where I'm going to, like, lose or get upset very often. You know, like, oh, maybe I just didn't play good enough to beat Spargo, but I played good enough. Stop doing that. But I played good enough.
Bro,
Like,
literally, you as a player, you're always just slightly better than every player that you play.
Yeah.
Whether it's an O2er or the tournament winner.
Well, I honestly feel like it hasn't been that way for as of late, except for Cirque. But we'll get to that in a bit. For Levitational, I started off with a loss, losing to Beast Mode Paul. His adaptation was really good. He did some things I wasn't expecting. I could have read the menu a little better, you know. I wouldn't say that one was matchup inexperience. I'd say that one was just more the pressure got to me, and he knew his adaptation and he knew to stay composed. He's a really good player. Like, shout out to Beast Mode Paul.
Yep.
We both lost to him this weekend,
Yeah.
right? He's a really good player, honestly.
He plays really fast.
Yeah, he plays very fast for a hero.
Guess it's up to me.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. I don't think you even know how to read, so it's on there.
You okay?
Like, so moving on from that, after Beast Mode Paul, I had a little redemption bracket. And you know, this is really funny because I thought I had this thought in my head. I was like, what if I lose to the person I beat and then beat everyone I lost to? And that's kind of what happened. After I lost to Beast Mode Paul, I fought Apollo Kage, beat him 3-1. I lost to him last time I played him. And, you know, I used to think I was struggling a lot versus Snake. And I don't think I was struggling a lot versus Snake. I think I just haven't really been putting effort into this game. And now that I've been playing, the Snake matchup just makes complete sense to me again. Not saying I'll wash every Snake main, but I definitely know what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? So I beat Apollo Kage. I beat Webb, who beat me last time too,
Yeah.
at LMBM. and I felt great about that one. I actually wasn't worried the entire time. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't overreact. I feel like Sheik's very good if you overreact to her options. Sheik's a character that looks for your panic option. So if let's say they fair you, they're gonna wait for either the jump or the air dodge. But sometimes it's best versus a character like that to just take the complete combo and keep all your resources.
And then just drift.
Yeah, just
And then
direct.
take like even 1 or 2 more hits after that.
Who cares, right?
Yeah.
As long as you're not dead. This is a game of stocks, not percent. So that's what matters. And then I ended up winning the game. The games really much mattered in pools, because 3 of us went 3-1, I think, right? That's how that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of us went 3-1. And
Oh, I guess 2-1.
yeah, 2-1, sorry. 3 of us went 2-1, and it really mattered on the game count. And my game count was good because even though I went game 5 with Beast Mode Paul and lost, I still 3-0'd Webb and 3-1'd Apollo Kage, which was a lot better than everyone else did. So getting me out first seed winner side. And then to start that off, I'm pretty sure I had Chuton immediately, which was another redemption win. He beats me later, but we'll get to that. So he plays Aegis, and I really did want him to play Aegis because when I first lost to his Aegis, that was at Crown. I was very unhappy with that loss. I was very unhappy with that entire weekend. I hated Crown for myself. I'm very poor in my mind. Like I got 9th place, which isn't terrible, but like I didn't like how I played. I hated how I played, had very terrible habits, and I was like relying on like panic options to like win sets. So when I played him again, I was playing very good, and the games were still extremely close. Like I almost lost 2 of those games.
You should have.
No,
I never kept doing these.
I was just better. Yeah, you're right. I should have played a ploy. Made that stuff like a lot closer. But yeah, no, I ended up clearing it out versus him. Felt good about that. But I'm not really worried this entire time. Like I just know I'm playing good. And I think at this point is where I ran into Mia. And after I ran into Mia, he beat me 3-0 with Steve, which I'm not too surprised of. Sometimes it takes me a bit to remember how to fight Steve specifically. Not to mention Mia's kind of been the one who's been teaching me that matchup. He like trained with me a lot at Poor Priority, so I could get ready to fight Akola. He was actually helping me out with that, and he was teaching me a lot of things. And I feel like it took a bit for that to come back. So I lose to him there, and then I think I just go on a run of fighting. I can't remember everyone I fought. I know I fought.
You had to beat Lima.
And you fought.
Lima.
Yeah, you lost to Lima. You beat Lima. No, you lost to Mia.
Yeah, I
You
fought
beat
Lima and to
Timing, like basically timing.
yeah, it was.
Sorry.
Did I fight 3 or 2 people in Loser? It was Lima,
fought 3 people.
Shadic,
You fought Lima.
Shadic, and I forgot who else I fought in Losers. To be honest with you.
Zamba.
Oh, I fought Zamba.
Zamba.
Yeah, no wonder. Yeah. Okay. So starting off, I think I fought Zamba first. Yeah. So I fought Zamba, and last time we actually fought was the last Cirque where he beat me. And I have a winning record on Zamba. I'm always very confident with Zamba. He's also like pretty much my main like training partner other than Cosmos. Like me and him, like I said, we keep tabs on each other. We make sure we're always doing really good. We talk to each other all the time. And I think we understand each other's gameplay very well, which is why if you look at that set was the game I won, I destroyed him. The game he won, he destroyed me. And it was a very close set, but I just cleared it out game 5. And I felt great about that because, oh my God, I love, he's a performer. He has such an ego, but I got to beat him because I got an ego. And I think he forgets that. So like, I gotta out ego him, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta out ego the out of him. So yeah, I beat him, talked my moved on, act like he wasn't important anymore because he's not. Then I fought Lima. That set went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. He told me he was gonna camp me, and I told him, if you camp me, I will camp you back. And he camped me. The first game he camped the shit out of me. He camped me a lot harder than I thought he would. And all I thought in my head was, I warned you. I warned you, bro. You didn't have to take this route, but now I gotta show you my true power. And that was probably the campiest anybody has ever seen me on camera. Like it was so campy. We went to like the last 20 seconds twice. I would have timed him out the last game if he didn't SD to end the set because I was up by so much. But yeah, so I timed out Lima. He played very well, but I think Fox is a better timeout character. And Fox also just beats Bayo. Moving on from that, I fight Shadic. Shadic has, as you know, been on a run this entire weekend.
Yep.
He was probably the most consistent player this weekend, actually.
Yeah.
getting third at Lit and first at Cirque. But I don't know why I look at this kid. I think it's because I respect him, and I've said it for so long, even on the podcast, that I think he could do great things. When you respect a player from the start, even if they're an up and coming player, you're not really going to be scared of them because
Yeah.
you already know what they're capable of. Maybe if you downplay a player, they catch you off guard, you might be scared of them. But I've always respected Shadic. So respecting him and knowing what he's capable of, I've always thought the same thing. It's like, oh, if I make it to him, like his run's over.
Yeah. He also plays corn.
Yeah, he plays corn, and
Plays Fox.
it's not as bad as it is in Smash 4, but I think it's still losing. I think the character has a lot to deal with Fox in this game, but I'm like confident. I respect him. I know his matchup. I know what he's capable of. I'm like, but I do know I'm better. If I make it to him, he's done. So we get to game 5. I'm not surprised by going game 5 with him because he's just a good player, you know. And I got really stubborn in some scenarios that I adapted to game 5, which is why game 5 was so convincing as it was. It was a 2-stock.
It was, yeah.
But after I took him out, we get back to Mia. Mia was doing his thing. Mia just likes to. I don't know if Mia's likes to experiment, or if Mia just thinks he can do things that he wants to do, like do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? In terms of characters.
She's like that much better than everyone.
Yeah, like sometimes I actually don't think Mia like respects her play, which I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying it in like a way like, oh, you're all, but I think he just thinks he's a good amount better than us, you know.
Right.
So he's like, he can get away with this, you know.
Yeah. While he's playing game.
Yeah. So yeah, like that's his fallback. Like no matter what, he's like, oh well, I can just go game and watch him. Yeah. You know? Like so but yeah, so I fight him other than Lima and Shadic this bracket, that whole entire bracket was just people that I lost to prior in the year where I was on my sabbatical, and now I'm back and these can't f- me. But anyways, so back
Well,
to
you beat Thunder last time you played him.
no, he beat me.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, back to grand finals. He goes sword fighter versus me. I told him earlier in the bracket I am probably the most experienced sword fighter player, like versus sword fighter player in like the top player realm. And I just did on the sword fighter. I think he took like 50%, 40%. He goes Steve. He beats me 2 games in a row. And during this time period, I'm adapting to it. You know, I'm not really worried about fighting his Steve in the sense where it's like, oh, I can't like outplay it because I'm not gonna outplay it. I just gotta worry about getting jabbed to death, which was happening very often this set. Um, and once I figured out the counterplay to not getting jabbed to death as often, which I'm not gonna say it because I'm tired of giving away notes. After I figured it out, I got a lot easier. I learned to look for his patterns and what he was going for. Japanese players tend to not really change up their patterns. They're very game plan esque. So once I figured out that pattern, it was like it made a lot of sense to me. And I wanted him to play Steve from the start, but he went sword fighter. And then once I beat his Steve and I like took it game 5 to take the first set, I was like, go game and watch. And he was like, no, I'm gonna go Steve again. And like I was like playing around a little because I really wanted to like beat his character. I want to beat all his characters pretty much. And like so I was like talking to him like mid set because I want him to do things I want him to do. I wanted to prove myself. And then to start off the first game of the first set, which I thought the second set, sorry, the first game of the second set, I thought the second set was 3-1, but it was actually 3-0 in my mind. But I actually thought the entire time we were playing that he took a game. So I was trying very hard to not go to game 5 in my mind. The first game I beat him pretty convincingly, and then he goes game and watch. And this is the game that shocked everyone because you know he's game and watch. He's gonna clean up now. But I've been practicing that matchup very much, and I actually think that he plays that matchup a bit worse than Meister does. Because I think when Meister plays to me, but like me is playing versus Fox, you know,
Right.
which I think that helps me out a lot personally. It used to mess me up in the past because I was trying to fight Mia like Meister, but now I realize versus Mia I can get away with some things that I would never be able to get away versus Meister, you know.
Hey, let's go, Meister.
So I take a lot of advantage of that. So that game, I absolutely dog watered on this dude. Like I did on his Game and Watch, and I don't know if he switched off because he wanted to save it for the next bracket, or if he
100%.
just, or it could have been that he felt it wasn't warmed up, or it could have been a multitude of things. But the point is, I destroyed the Game and Watch, and literally the moment like he died, he was like, "Steve, I'm going Steve." Pushed it away. He did that, and I was like, "Bet." And game 3, I took it. I just took it last hit, I think. And it felt great, honestly. It felt good beating Mio for the first time. It felt good beating everybody that day. Like, I'm not happy with my circuit results, which we'll get to later. But let me tell you, getting a win as big as that, which is technically a major invitational, getting wins as big as that on as many talented players as I did, I my loss did not hurt me as much as it should have.
No, that's understandable. I mean, just that. I mean, I appreciate the depth in that description of your run, man. Because Invitational. I mean, obviously, I think everybody agrees that that was the biggest thing to come out of Invitational. Of course, the commentary was OD funny as well. But yeah, there's a little split decisions on that. But wasn't nothing funny about getting down to business and light handled his. So that'll bring that's Invitational. So let's skip to the next day. Cirque, okay? Let's talk about Cirque. Let's talk about my man Cosmos.
I didn't want to go over
No, because that run doesn't matter out there because that was just the coming attractions. Cosmos, you put on a theatrical performance at Cirque. You finished 9th place, outplacing Light considerably. So I would love to hear what you have to say, my brother. The floor is yours.
I don't have anything to say. I quit. I'm hanging up.
That's what I do.
Not yet.
No, I mean, like, I don't place the Light.
Hey, that's it. Good night. Have a good night.
Your turn. No, I was gonna say I outplaced them, but it still doesn't really feel that rewarding because I was that close to top 8 and I didn't get top 8, and that was like pretty much my ultimate goal. Like, that is my main quest right now is to I'm really zoned into the game to finally get a top 8 again because I feel like whenever I get a top 8 again, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is what it feels like. I am a top player, and then it's like whenever I don't know if you still feel this way, but whenever you get into top 8, it's like if you do have nerves, the majority of your nerves just disappear.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, they're just gone.
You're in the safe world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what happens to a lot of players that end up getting top 8. So I feel like whenever I finally get a top 8 again, that's gonna happen to me, and then I'm gonna remember what it's like being there and what it's like to get there, and I'll get there a lot more consistently. But
I agree with that. Actually.
yeah, that's why people are like, yo, you outplayed Light. The next episode's gonna be crazy. I'm like, I don't give a because I was that close to getting top 8 and I still didn't. It would be great to have us both get top 8 and then beat him to outplace him, and then I'll talk on my. I know that's gonna happen eventually.
Well, no, I think I'm gonna beat you next time. You know why?
Why?
You beat me last time. You've been holding it for too long.
I beat you the last. No,
yeah.
just last time. You're right.
Yeah.
That was at what, Shine?
Shine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
baller.
No, I
Like
think
a year and a half ago.
it was one time. I think someone else beat me in winners, right?
And when is a Shine?
You didn't double eliminate me. You just beat me once.
Yeah,
You
you
were in
lost.
winner side.
Yeah, you lost to Zomba.
And then I came back and beat Zomba
Yeah.
and Tweak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that because Tweak was very mad at that tournament. And then
Yeah.
after I beat him, we high-fived each other because we knew we made him mad.
yeah. We dapped up. I do remember that.
See, I have friends too.
We're good.
Lies.
Go.
It's a lot.
But yeah,
That's your landlord.
like
Can't believe it.
the tournament I felt like I was playing very well because I've been focusing more on the game. I've been actually studying more. I started talking to my old coach that I had at the beginning of Ultimate, Zeke. Shout outs to him. He's been helping me a lot.
Man, I haven't heard about him in a while.
Yeah, he's been helping me a lot since like 2-3 weeks ago, and I feel like it's been helping a lot. So that's why the only thing I'll say about Invitational is that everybody I played Mia, I played Cola, I played Lima, I beat Lima, and I played Zomba. And every set that I played against them, I felt like I should have won. So I took that and went into Cirque, and I was like, if I could win against all those players, I should be able to easily get top 8 because the majority of those players should be in top 8.
Well, you did.
Right?
I mean,
like,
I think your win list was great. I mean, you beat. I know you lost to Paul in winners, but in loser you beat Mysterica. She's really good, and then you beat Goblin, and then you beat AK. Like you got some really solid wins at that tournament.
Yeah, I was playing very well. Like I beat Mysterica 3-1, and then I just beat Goblin and AK 3-0. It wasn't really close. And then the only reason why I lost to Syrup, or I don't know why he changed the name to Talking Ben. I don't know. Is that just a name now?
Ben was talking.
It's probably one of those like I do it for this tournament.
Yeah, like I lost to Syrup. He's the Steve and Nest player, but he goes Steve against Aegis. And for some reason recently, I just am not the best against Steve anymore. I used to be pretty good against Steve, but for some reason, I mean, I guess Steve developed, so I have to relearn the matchup, and I haven't been practicing the matchup like at all recently because I've been focusing on other things. So I'm not upset that I lost. I'm just upset that I didn't get top 8. And that
Sure.
was my top 8 qualifier. So that made me realize that I need to make sure I learn the seed matchup so I can get into top 8. Because I was still pretty close every single game, just I wasn't comfortable. And since I wasn't comfortable, if you're not comfortable against Steve, he's gonna blow you up. So that's what ended up happening. But overall, the entire weekend I was playing very well, and I still noticed that I was pretty nervous, but I could control my nerves. But there are still a lot of things that I need to work on, and I know what I need to work on because my set against Default Paul was pretty horrible. But I was really nervous against him, and the nerves didn't hit me until right before I played him. So I'm not too upset that I lost that match. Um, Going into Collision after the weekend, I'm feeling pretty good. I know the things that I need to work on, and I do feel like I have a really good shot against Spargo because for some reason I just really feel like he does not respect me for some reason. I really feel
I don't think he ever has. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part.
yeah. So I feel like he's gonna he's gonna want to not lose, but I think he's gonna just feel like it's not gonna be so difficult, and I feel like I can just kind of surprise him with a lot of things.
We'll
And that's
jump. Hold on. We'll jump into Collision later. I want to save. I
Yeah.
want to save that because that's.
But yeah, that was my circ run. I got 9th. I outplaced this gym.
He did. Now, how did he outplace you? Like, because I mean, you were at Cirque too. You're fresh off of right.
I can
Fresh off
tell
a
you
high
now because
invitational
I
win,
told you
right?
sometimes whenever he plays, he's just one minuscule amount better than his opponent, and that's what happened.
Okay, that's not what happened, bro. I got ice climbered, man.
Tell me about that
Yeah,
league
Ice
set.
Climber, apparently.
That was different. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so yeah, I got ice climbered, and you know what? I had it coming. You know why? Because Zamba told me like a day before I had to fight the Ices that there was a good Ices who got underseeded in my path, and I was like, "Bro, shut up. We're playing Cirque, man. I gotta focus on. We're playing Limitational, bro. We gotta focus on Limitational."
It wasn't underseeded, it was rigged.
It was rigged, bro. I had Luigi Ice Climbers Luigi. Someone wanted me out, bro.
Those
Someone wanted
Cedars
me
were from France. Confirmed. Continue.
So I'm surprised my round 1 wasn't Guy Guy. Like Guy, Loogie, Big D. No, but yeah, no, it was a tough box bracket, which tough box brackets or whatever, they don't usually scare me because you train for your -2s. But I feel like Ice Climbers is one in the past couple years that has just like barely been around, like not enough to like learn, because like they pop up and they disappear for so long, and it's like, all right, well, here's another one. What were the odds, So
always beat me.
yeah, that definitely did happen. No, so the Apple Whiz, or as we called him on the Cirque stream, Apple Nut, Apple Jizz, my goat, who did things all over me.
Pause.
No. So so afterwards, I played with him a little bit. It was a rotation of me, Beast Mode Paul, and what's wrong?
You won't know until you watch the recording. Keep going.
All right. Anyways, we played. It was me, Beast Mode Paul, and Apple Whiz. We played in a rotation, and he was like, "Oh, good advice versus ice climbers. If you get in, like even if you don't like open them up, like you just hit their shield, you should just start mashing on them." And I was like, "Okay." So I started mashing on him, and I just started taking games, and I got really upset by this because
It's ultimate.
something I very much learned about me as a player is when I lose to match event experience is often because I like put the brakes on, because like why the hell am I gonna approach very aggressively on something I'm not aware of? But sometimes I guess I should just be mashing. I don't get it. So I think there's more for me to learn, obviously, but that was actually a really helpful tip. It was almost like I took that mashing advice and it was like just play off your instinct and just like don't shield, just play off your instinct, and that's kind of what I did. And it helped in the friendlies, so I hope it helps in bracket after I get more experience. But yeah, I lost to him, which really sucks because my bracket path in winners was so good. I noticed that when I get upset, the people on my side of bracket usually do crazy things. For example, Peanut got like third. Like
Yeah.
that would have
No
never
shit.
happened.
Yeah.
What? What is he gonna say?
He said no.
No, that's not true because sometimes no, listen, it's not true because usually let's say like Tweet got upset and there's another guy in his path who takes his position. That guy will lose to the next top player. Like usually, But like every time it's me, that guy beats the next top player, gets the upgrade. He goes crazy. Like Peanut went crazy this tournament. Shout out to Peanut. But yeah, I had a good bracket. I would have fought Peep. I'm very confident versus Peep. I played Fox versus Mega Man, you know. And then I had the Buzz. I had a very good bracket laid out. That didn't happen. So we're in losers bracket. And
remember how last time we were on the podcast, we were talking about how you like to avoid losers brackets to avoid all the mid tiers.
all the mid tiers and all the that you're not aware of. You know, I play Fox, but you know, they be killing me, bro. I had to fight a Link round one, and I think it's safe to say, you know, I wasn't playing my best for this set, but it's safe to say that if you get upset in pools and you have to play the next day tomorrow, like your first match will be the day after. You don't play anymore the day you lose. It's safe to say the first match is always the hardest.
Sure.
Because you're like, damn, I just lost.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I could lose again. This Link was a solid Link. He was really good. I think Amista or something like that.
Embassy?
I don't know.
Emissary?
No, it was not Emissary. You're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
But the point is, he was a solid Link. He was really good. He had good adaptation. I saw him reading notes mid game, mid set. That'd be crazy. He was doing a mid game. But either way, bro, game 4 he zeroed to death me because I gave up Amnesty. Yeah, game 4 he zeroed to death me because I gave up an air dodge, and I was like, I forgot you're not supposed to air dodge versus mid tiers. He man killed me at 50. But yeah, no, he was really good. I beat him. After I beat him, I started to lock up. I could tell I was getting less nervous with every set because I was just getting comfortable with the loser bracket. I destroyed the wolf I played. I played Hobby on Earth. I played him. I beat him pretty bad too. And at this point, I have to fight Shuton, who went Olimar versus me. That sucked because I realized one important thing. It wasn't even really about how to combo Olimar. It was how to let trap Olimar. I forgot how to do it. I know that Shuton does this one thing with Olimar that he's been doing since day one. And it was the reason he used to beat me because I used to not understand it. It's so predictable. When I played him in year 1 of 2019 for the last time, I beat him because I just capitalized on it. And it was so bad that he kept doing it. He doesn't know how to stop doing it. I played him again and he didn't know how to stop doing it, but I was really bad at punishing it.
I'm pretty sure I told him about that, and that's why you beat him.
Yeah, I was really bad at punishing it this time because I just haven't played against Olimar in so long. But like he doesn't stop doing it, you know? Like I'm confident if I just practice it for like 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, like literally 2 minutes because it's just a positioning thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I practice this thing for 2 minutes, I'm like, damn, I literally wouldn't lose to his Olimar again, you know? I'd be back to where I was at in 2019. And then it was that and the fact that I simply forgot how to play neutral versus Olimar. I forgot if you rush this character, if you camp it out until you get an opening, because that does matter, you know? But I was like, it's Olimar, I rush, right? Like you do not rush Olimar. That is not what you do. You probably, if thinking about it now for 10 seconds, you probably air camp him until he gets too greedy. But yeah, no, I did not play the matchup properly, and my advantage state was very lackluster. And you know, it hurt. I put a lot of factors of copium in to like safety net myself. No, I'm serious. Like the first layer of copium, I won Limitational. The second layer of copium, I could go drink with the boys and have fun and do stupid. The third layer of copium. Well, Shuton is a top 10 player. I guess it's okay, you know?
Number 10.
Yeah, you get my point, right? There was a lot of layers of copium that make
The
myself.
4th layer of copium. Couples are still in the bracket.
Actually, no, that was definitely there. And then all my copium got shattered, and I was like, yeah, placement. but yeah, my point is there was a lot of layers of copium there, which I think some were legit, some were not. The point is, I got upset, and then my second loss on paper was not really a bad loss. It was to another top 10 player, but there was a lot of stuff I could have worked on. This event showed me that I need to be a little bit better at my matchup experience and remember things on the fly. Maybe take more times in between the games because I'm just rushing and pressing the start button. And that I just need to get better at a lot of matchups that my character clearly struggles with and I don't understand. I don't think the Limitational was a testament to my play because I don't think Cirque was a testament to my play because I know Limitational was. Obviously, you don't just go from playing that good one day and playing super inconsistent. I think I played really good during Cirque. I think I lost the properties that I just struggled with personally. My play was still there. So I'm proud of knowing that my play is still at high level. I just have to fix a few technical things, you know, which will come with time. I'm not going to say it's going to come for Collision because Collision's literally a couple days later. So we'll see how Collision goes. But I'm confident that I will do good this weekend.
We do have a very powerful grind day today, so you can definitely get it back.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to talk. I want to kind of talk about the winner. Of Circle.
I want to talk about the winner too. Shadic, absolutely. He's going to be in the thumbnail, so we definitely going to have a whole little segment for him. But before we do that, do you think a lot of people, out of all the people going to that tournament, like Cosmo, do you think people would have bet that Shadic was going to be the winner? What do you think about that?
No,
No?
I don't think they would have put him down as the winner because Io was there, Light was there,
Yep.
Shuton was there.
Oh, you're talking about like from like the start of the bracket?
Just yes or no. Do you think people would have bet on him to win the tournament?
Yes, I do. Because I think past me, I think there was no one that was really stopping him that easily.
Okay.
Like he lost to Mia the day before, but that matchup does not look bad for like Corin.
And it's supposed to be winning.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad for Corin. I'm like, Shadic's a good player. I don't see why he couldn't figure it out. You know,
I like that.
like I said, I've had a lot of faith in Shadic, which was going to bring me to the point that she owed the dude an apology. Bro.
He does. Hold on.
Nothing.
He does owe an apology. Quiet, Jims. Quiet.
I'm
Shut up, you idiots.
I'm not shutting up.
You're killing the segue. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and start opening up your wallet because it's time to talk about Prize Picks. It's the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. The easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of other players in gyms like Cosmos, including pros and sharks, you pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll on in. Now look, guys, football season may be over, but the action on the floor is just heating up. Whether it's tournament season or a fight for the playoff home court, there's no shortage of high-stakes basketball moments this year. Get in on the excitement with Prize Pick, America's #1 fantasy sports app where you can turn your hoops knowledge into some serious cash money. Prize Picks even offers injury insurance. So for your entries to stay in play, even if one of your players gets injured, you can't beat something like that. Now listen to me real quick, chat. Download the app today and use code LIGHTSOUT for your first deposit match of up to $100. That's 100, okay? Do you hear me? Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Pick Prize Picks. Yeah.
How are we supposed to know you're going to segue there?
Well, when I'm trying to tell you, when I'm trying to clearly interject when you're about to say something.
I don't know. You're always telling me to shut the up. So
that's true. That's true. I do that a lot.
He said, "Shut the fuck up and open up." That was really good.
I do what I can. All right, Cosmos, you were saying about Shadic. Let's hear it. Was it going to be an apology?
No,
an apology to Shadic.
An apology because I'm always saying every time Shadic is a really good player, and y'all just ignore that part. Y'all just block it out of your mind. I keep saying he's a really good player. I'm just saying that Corin is not that good,
and
I'm not wrong. You want to know why? Because I feel like he still had a very good bracket at Cirque. I feel like his bracket at Cirque was very catered towards Corin. In top 16, he had to play. Was it Mia to get in the top 8? He had to play Mia, which is supposed to be a good matchup for Corin. After that, he had to play the Buzz. I beat the Buzz with Corin when I didn't play Corin. Obviously, he's much better now, and Shadic still beat him. But I was like, they're both winning matches for Corin. Every character that the Buzz plays is a winning matchup for Corin. He plays Min Min, he plays Rosa, and he plays Omar. Corin is supposed to win against all of them. And then after that, I'm playing one. It's fun.
Mutates?
I don't know.
Mutates?
Did he play Mutates? Yeah. He played Mutates and he 3-0 Mutates, and then he played Mutates in grand finals, and then it was like game 9 or something. He ended up winning, which was I still don't know who was going to really win that last game until Mutates SD, but it was like gonna be. I'm guarantee you that game was gonna be like a game 5 flat sit game until Mutates SD. But those are all matchups that Corin does very well in. They do. She does very well against Peach. She does very well against all of the Buzz characters. She does very well against whatever that character's name is, Game of Watch. Shadic is a very good player though. Shadic is.
So what are the meta relevant characters that you think would be stumping Shadic?
I think Fox.
Okay.
Diddy Kong.
Okay.
Pyramithra, which is why he lost to Shuton at Levitational.
Do you think if he lost Shuton again, he would just lose again? Or like, do you think you just think like, is it +1 or +2?
It's in between. It's like that kind of matchup.
Okay.
Like it's like clearly winning for Egypt.
Okay. So do you think that he got a good amount of bracket luck this tournament?
Yeah, I think he had a good bracket for Cirque.
Apologize.
I'm not gonna mad Cirque. Keep saying he's the only person I'll apologize to is Shadic. And I don't even know why I'm apologizing to him. I'll just do it. But Shadic, I keep telling him he's a really good player. He's one of those players that was like 14 and then randomly turned 16 and then he just became a really good player.
Yeah.
Just like Spargo.
Some humans are stupid. They don't become cognizant.
Exactly.
Until they're 16.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I've suddenly bigger brain now.
Man turned 16. What is reality?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
And that's Shadic.
That's what I'm saying. No, but yeah, man. Honestly, MVPs for this weekend is Shadic, New Days, and Peanut. They all played amazing. They all
Top 3.
they got higher than their seed. They did
Top 4.
really good. Peanut was so good this weekend, beating Mia. And speaking of beating Mia, can we move on to this topic? The American realization.
Hold on. I know you want to move on to that, but I have one more thing to say about Shadic, okay?
Go on.
Okay, and I want your opinions on this. Do we all universally agree that Shadic is the best corn?
Yeah.
He's better than Neo. He's better than Spargo's pocket, right?
I think he's better than Neo, but I don't think Neo's
He's definitely better than Spargo's pocket.
I'm not calling Neo bad. I'm saying Shadic's better.
I think Spargo's pocket might potentially be better against Sonic because that's the reason why Spargo's basically
That's
playing,
fair.
playing
Yeah, but that's one match.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
important.
yeah. But like that's it. I think he's definitely the way better, well-rounded corn. Better than Nail, I'm not entirely sure because Nail's been doing very, very well recently too. He outplaced him at Genesis. Nail got a lot of good wins at Genesis too. Nail did well that one.
He did beat him in the
me at
head-to-head.
France. So I don't know. I think they're both around the same level, honestly. Like I would not be surprised if you put Nail in if you put Nail in Shadic's path and gave him the same bracket and he ended up winning.
I don't think Neo.
I don't
wins that
think-
tournament.
I think the only way he could have is if he got past Mia, because I know that Nail's been struggling with Mia recently. But I do think Nail is beating Urace and DeBuzz. And I think he's beaten Shuton before. Yeah.
I don't think Neo is better than Shadic. I think he is good. I just don't think he's as close and doesn't have the same clutch factor that Shadic has. I mean, Shadic also has a bit of a fear factor coming in for him. He's a young, rambunctious kid, like they just kind of scare players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think Shadic is actually a better player. I don't think Neo's bad. I think Neo's really good. But
I also think that because in this game, having faith in your character is a really big deal. And Nail is someone that believes Corrin is like barely top 40 or something, and then Shadic is someone that thinks Corrin loses like 7 matches.
See, that's cap. If you're gonna play a character and be high level competitor like he is, no shot you're picking Corrin and saying not even not even a top 40 character. Cap. Shadic at least gives his character the proper amount of respect.
He
Top 20
definitely
to
is
25.
top 10. Pretty sure.
Okay, even better. Even better. I love that.
yeah, I don't think Neo would have won the bracket or gone as far as he did on Invitational Day. Again, don't think he would have did bad. I just don't think he would have done that good.
That's fair. Now, Cosmos, for all your criticism of Shadic, right? When you guys match up, you gonna take him down?
Yeah, I didn't lose him. I played him.
Okay.
Same.
All right. That's all I need to hear. Lights out, undefeated against Shadic.
Shadic killers. All right.
Okay.
So
now,
actually, before we talk about the American realization,
okay.
shout out to Kiki for running Cirque and Invitational. I had a great time. I know from a viewership perspective, it can be very, very wonky. Probably not the best in terms of commentary. It's very crazy. But I'll tell you what, if you want the full Invitational or Cirque experience, you just got to go there, man, because everything you guys are complaining about, we can't even see it. We're
Definitely going to be there next.
We're definitely enjoying the hell out of this event. I have a great time every time I go. I've had a good track record there. Even when I did bad, having the boys there and just chilling, it's a good venue to just chill. Like when you're doing, when you're not having the best day, it's a great time. He has future plans to do, and I'm not going to spoil it, but in another area. He has more plans for Cirque, like in CFL. I'm going to be at all of them. He really does hold us down. He does a lot for us, and I really appreciate Kiki, so shouts to you. and everyone who helps you. And I will be catching there. I don't care if that event's crazy. It's a very well run event.
Yeah, it is.
Everything was definitely on time too. So like just from like the objective tournament perspective, everything was ranked very well.
Yeah.
Like,
he's wacky on camera, but he locks it down as a TO.
yeah, he's a great TO, great person. He's the homie, man. Like, I know the commentary is wild, but trust me when I tell y'all, like, that man puts a lot of passion into it. And that's the reason that I go, like, because I, like, legitimately respect Kiki, and I think he holds it down. Like you said, he's got a lot of future plans. I saw somebody tweeting out, we cannot allow Cirque 4 to be another major. Can we? You speaking French? Because we down there in Central Florida doing it big. Cirque 4 gonna be amazing. We'll leave it at that.
Let's kill our community. Let's take out another major. Yeah, boys. Let's cancel a few more top players while we're at it. I'm hanging up the phone call.
He said nigga. Like, all right.
Yeah, he said his skin color is white.
H-Box can say whatever he wants. All right, moving on to the American Realization Light. Take it away.
Rizzo had to teach him.
We gotta teach N2K about match.
Oh my God.
If you want to know what that's about, watch our last episode, the live Cirque edition. Also, by the way, that was the first time we ever did a live episode with all of us together. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was a great time. Thank you for all these events who are letting us do all these like live episodes. Obviously, we are the best podcast, but we are really much enjoying doing that. It's been a great time. Even when we did collab with Tweak Talks, that was an amazing time, actually. It was our best one.
Loved it.
So, yeah. No, yeah, I love that they're like really acknowledging both the podcast and the community and just letting us do our thing. But yes, the American Realization. Let's talk about it.
Let's hear it.
You cock munchers. You love swinging around on Japan, right? Y'all love it. Y'all all love it. I don't know what it is, the size, the girth, but you just can't get off.
Jesus.
All of you just saying Japan's the best. Japan's so good. They're all that. Because when we go to Japan, they do, you know? They do to us that can't be explained. But what about when they come to America? You know, it's a new season. Your rank don't matter that much anymore. Your results don't matter. New season, new results, you know? There have been 4 majors since we have been back to the new season. And, you know, really revitalized Smash community. Because I think we can all agree 2023 was very hard. Someone said girth, ma. It's honest. But anyways, we can all agree that 2023 was very hard for us. Not all of us had the same amount of motivation. 2024 is bringing a lot of everybody again. And we've had 4 majors. LMPM won by Tweak himself, leader of the Tweak Talks, a dedicated American. And then we had Genesis, the event that Japanese players are known to evade more than any other. Zamba took it, a dedicated American, a little bit of a Jim, but he's our Jimmy. And an American took that. We had Limitational with Mia, Asimo, and Shuton, taken by your boy himself, a dedicated motherfucking patriot. And we took that. It was amazing. It was beautiful. You should have been there. I should have been there.
There.
Whoa. And then we had Cirque, taken by Shadic. And not only was it taken by Shadic, it was top 3 by Americans. And it wasn't even our head platoon, which means we're only getting stronger. Those top 3 are our...
4 Americans?
It might have been top 4 Americans. Those were the gyms of America. They're not gyms anymore. They're evolving. They're becoming dangerous. They're becoming rabid. I have to consider them our peers. The gyms of America are no longer the gyms of America. It's like One Piece. You know the weakling trio? Like, it's like that. But they're not the weakling trio anymore, bro. We're further in the manga than they are. We know what's going on. They're evolving. They're getting great.
He said that we have Squad 7 in Naruto and they were Squad 11.
Yeah, they were Squad 11, bro. Squad 11 really held it down for that one, bro. We had the Goku Vital Heart Disease, bro. Like, they held it down in the time being. They did really good. Won by an American. Even Mexico, our neighboring country, even Sonics hasn't won. You know? The Americans are holding it down. And we're about to hold it down again at Collision, bro. I'm confident. I feel good about this.
I mean, is there any... Because Sonics isn't going, right?
It's not going? Pussy.
That's what I heard. I heard Sonics not going.
Yeah, it's probably just like the Mexican players. But which we,
But yeah,
like I said, we only claim the Mexican players when it's convenient to us. You know,
Yeah.
Japan's doing a little too good. I'd be like, well, North America, like,
North America.
well, North America as a whole, you know. But yeah, man, I'm feeling really good about how the American players are playing. Of course, I want to be the best, but I am dedicated to the cause. I want to prove that America is better than Japan. They are amazing players in Japan, but we are better, you know. Also, to all you people who want to on my Cirque result, I just got one thing to say. Tweak did good at his last two majors. All these players did good at their last two majors, but none of these putting themselves out here as much as I put myself out here. I go to all these events. I lost a tournament to Mars. I beat him twice this year. I have a lot of results. I've been to a bunch of. I put myself out there. It's really easy not to get results when you only show up to the biggest.
Talk to these.
All that prep time that you have. I think they Batman out here.
Talk to him. Right.
And I'm just saying, man, when you put yourself out there as much as I do, you're bound to lose sometimes, you know, but you're also bound for greatness. That's why I'm going to be the one who comes out on top because I put myself out here. You people who only go to the biggest, I support my community.
Yep. Go ahead, like
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yee-hoo. Yes, sir. It's the revival of the Migos over here.
So this is George Yappington here.
I love that.
It's funny.
No, that's real. So I heard people talking about this too, like to piggyback off the American realization. I would say it's fair to say that the Four Horsemen has been overblown. Like that era is just trying to be forced upon us when that's not really the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like one of those Four Horsemen, I mean, look at them. 17th at Genesis, 7th at Cirque. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, one of them horsemen, he's in witness protection. You know, have anybody seen a cola? Has anyone seen a cola? You know what I mean? Like he's in witness protection last time I checked. I mean, he might have gone to a local or something like that, but here on American soil, he ain't trying to have it.
He was at my brother. He was like, I mean, I'd be Cosmos and Void. I'd be did he really not? Yeah.
Yeah, man built a wall around his house and he's like,
I have my own tournament, so obviously I don't have to go there.
yeah, man, Akula's scared of us now, bro. He said, I will hold this first for Japan. And now he's not going to.
I don't want to hear that about he's worried about school. That's only for those gyms who can't make top 8. You're number 1 on the Lumi rank. You got it made, baby. You could coast for a couple of years, all right? Bring your ass back to Mr. Cola.
Emphasis on a couple of years. You're running out of time.
We looking for you. Tell a Cola we looking for him. Tell him we looking for him. We gotta
That's a
find him.
flag, man. That's what I'm saying. Is Simon's really not going to Collision?
That's just what I heard whenever I was on.
Pussy.
Sure.
That sucks, actually. I actually want him to go. But yeah, no, that top 4, get it out of here. Cosmos was talking about it, how he doesn't like 4 storylines, and I agree with him. I think this is a 4 storyline.
Yeah.
That's
Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
Fuck
4.
up. Fuck up community.
Bro, you 4 horsemen. Get out here with that 4 horsemen, and you atheist, bro. Go read a Bible.
That's true. All blessings, man. But there is a storyline that is developing a little bit right now. It's nothing to do with horsemen, and everything to do with maybe getting a little hoarse. You know what I'm saying? Like you smoke a little bit, you might get a little hoarse. You know what I'm saying? You might lose your voice. So I do want to talk about this. So Bonita Harbor, great event. Happened the same weekend as Cirque. If you guys saw that, MK Leo and Spargo put on a masterclass in grand finals with Spargo winning in winners finals. Leo resetting it, but Spargo ultimately winning the second set. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'd like to say that was the highlight of the event, but apparently not. Apparently it was not. Apparently Leo, while smoking the competition, was also smoking himself. Apparently led to some drama, which apparently led to some issues with the venue, which apparently led to a little bit of a blow up on Twitter. And,
Which apparently led to a really dumbass tweet.
Yes.
From him?
Yes.
Yes, apparently.
I need the context of all of this.
You want to read the tweet?
Yeah.
All right. It's a really stupid tweet.
Well, he can read it, but
What was the issue with the venue though?
well, apparently they weren't too happy that people were smoking near the venue.
That's illegal in Mexico, right?
Oh, is it?
That's what I said.
And it started, I guess it started like this thing where, okay, you can only come in back in the venue if you're playing your matches or something like that.
But did MK Leo?
I didn't get the full, that Google
Did he
translates
deactivate?
very,
Oh, no,
Google
he didn't
translates
deactivate. I was
very,
like, what the
very loose. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, Google Translate is very loose, but Cosmos is part Mexican, so
Here you go.
that's what it tells us.
I'm half Mexican, half Japanese.
That's still translate. What's with the color? Where'd that come from? They lied about your parents. If that's the case.
I think the main point is, though, should it be an issue if someone wants to smoke at a tournament?
No, that's not the issue. Because it's not an issue if someone wants to smoke at a tournament. It's an issue if you want to smoke at a tournament in a country where it's illegal.
True. But ours, different parts of Mexico have different rules. Like Mexico has states too.
If you wanted to smoke, you should have came to Cirque, you Jim.
In translation says, remember anything. They only offered us, and like good assholes will be accepted. I love Leo, but
Oh man, no, but yeah, yeah, man. If you want to smoke, you should have came down to Cirque, dude.
Low key, I think Cirque is probably the place for degenerates, but I mean, it's okay. I think what people are just getting caught up with is the fact that, Leo is this player with all this mystique and all this talent. It's just like, oh, if he does anything that we could deem inappropriate, we must dogpile. And that's not that. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that big of a deal. People smoke all the time. You probably got relatives right now just rolling something up. You know what I'm saying? So, but maybe there's some deeper underlying issues there. Could you see that being the case? Or is it just a simple matter of he's just having a good time?
I mean, I ain't no fucking therapist. All I know is that it happened, and it is what it is. And he made a mistake, and probably not cancel one of our most favorite players for something as small as this.
he did make a real point, though. He said, why the f aren't there any bag checks at tournaments? If there was a bag check, they would have found it.
See, I like that point, but I hate that point because it's like that's like saying, "Well, you could have stopped me," but you did, like that's really stupid, bro.
That's fair. But it's like, if there's something to exploit, motherfuckers gonna exploit that.
Man was there. He's like, "But is it really illegal?"
Yo, low key, Cosmos. That's like if the chance to exploit something is there, it's gonna happen every single time, guys. That's why I don't want you to let anybody exploit your mental health. Let's talk about it. This show is also sponsored by BetterHelp. What's the first thing you do if you had an extra hour in the day? Would you run, take a nap, read a book, maybe pull up and roll up like MKLeo? Well, let me tell you something. A lot of us spending our days wishing we had more time to do these things. The question is, what's that time going to amount to? If you had unlimited time, what would you use it for? The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make it a priority. Therapy can be that vessel that helps you find what matters to you. I know it's helped me a lot more over these past months, just to let you know. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your busy schedule. Smashers, I know you guys, it's hard to balance time, but BetterHelp is here to help you create the balance in all aspects of your life. Just fill out the brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge if you so deem it needed. So make sure you visit betterhelp.com/lightsout today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/lightsout. Take care of yourself and us. Hello.
Honestly, I just realized something.
Yes.
I realized that you actually plotted that segue about 3 minutes ago, which is that was insane. And I realized you did that when you asked me, and I said would reply, "I'm not a therapist." You're a creative dude, bro. They should make a YouTube video on how you segue. You could teach the art of segue. Not like that. That'd be a really good video, for people who say they want to stream but will never do it. They'll watch that video. Like,
I'm a little devious at times. I do admit.
Yeah.
But I think that's okay. What's up?
You're an LG, right?
Last time I checked.
Oh man, I forgot about that. All right.
Wait, what? Why did you say that?
I just saw LG in the chat, so I was like, "You're on LG, right?" I forgot. There's too many of you.
That's an automatic message. Don't worry about that.
Okay. But yeah, no. So Leo, don't cancel your boy because you know what? It was just one thing. It was a mistake. Maybe slap him on the hand, and please don't cancel my top player.
Exactly. We want our ghost.
Aren't too many of us gone?
It's true. We want our ghost to keep going.
Cancel the Ice Climbers players. Big D, you've had it good for too long. Go back to basketball.
We do too. I'll see you later, guy.
For real. Loogie, you look like a loogie.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That was aggressive.
That's not aggressive. I'm just tired of losing.
Lights had enough. Listen, I don't blame him, but you're tired of losing. Well, then let's look ahead to what's going to be what I'm sure is a foundation of winning. Collision is this weekend. I won't be there, but I will be watch partying and watching and rooting you guys on the whole time. So tell me a little bit about your predictions, how you guys are expecting to do your brackets. I know, Cosmos, you're saying that at some point you're going to have to go against Spargo. I don't know if that's a qualifier or in
Yeah,
quarters or
that's
whatever.
qualifier for our top 32. So I have to
For top
I have
32.
goals, yeah, to get into top 32.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So I have to play Duty to make it out of Wolves, what I believe is you've played him before, but he's a raw player. I gotta play him, and then after that I have to play Goblin again. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty confident in that. And then after that, I have to play Spargo to get into top 32 winners, and I'm seeded to lose that one. And then after that, winner of that is supposed to play Peanut into the Buzz for top 8. So I feel like I really like my chances because those are all matches that I feel like I can do very well in, and Aegis just outright win because Aegis definitely outright wins against Roy, beats Cloud, does well against Megman, and I just played against the Buzz a while. I'm very confident against it. So if I get my seeded bracket and I beat Spargo and I keep going, I believe I can get top 8 pretty convincingly. Other than that, if I do lose to Spargo, because obviously it's Spargo, it can go either way. I still feel like I like my chances in losers. What I do is I don't really look at loser bracket because I know that when you lose, like literally anybody can lose at any time because people
Mess down there.
people get upset all the time. So it usually never goes as seeded. So I'm kind of just like I'm just gonna play like set at a time and just let whoever comes to me just come to me, and then I feel like that usually ends up working out. And I feel like I've been playing better in losers bracket recently. So I feel like even if I were to lose Spargo, I could still just make a losers run and get top 8. I'm liking my chances.
Okay. Hell yeah, I love to hear that. How about you? Like, how's your bracket looking for Collision?
I haven't looked at my bracket yet.
You never do, though. That's the thing. You never do.
I'm gonna look at it this time just to be a little bit more prepared, considering what just happened at Cirque. I'm feeling good overall. I want to win, but I just have goals. I want to beat Tweak this tournament, and I want to beat Spargo and Leo. That's my main goals for this tournament. I just want to chase that competition and kill them.
Yeah, because you lost to Spargo the last couple of times, so I'm sure you're ready to even up the score again.
It was the last time only, I think.
Last 2 times.
Was it?
Was it not?
LNBM.
LNBM and then Genesis?
I forgot we played at Genesis. I'm going to be real with you.
Okay.
But yeah, last 2 times. So yeah, I want to fight Spargo and I want to fight Tweak. Leo, I want to fight him more so just because it's been a while and I want to be the one to put him down.
All right,
damn, yo, this chat is negative as everyone say I want to lose the chunky. Leave me alone, bro.
He just beat Spargo yesterday.
I know.
I don't even know if he has to play.
Well, I'm assuming, considering everyone's saying I'm about to lose to Chunky Kong, I'm probably gonna have to fight Chunky Kong. So thanks for spoiling my bracket. I played Chunky Kong before though. Yeah, I won. I mean, he's a really good player.
You should have won.
I hate Donkey Kong.
You should,
but I hate everyone, so it's not really.
That's fair.
You know?
I think
he's a sword fighter.
Yeah, I don't hate him. He's a sword fighter.
I think my prediction in one Collision is going to our grand finals is going to come down to I'm gonna go goats in grand finals versus either Light, Spargo, or Tweak.
Oh wait,
but goat will be.
It's
in
all
grand
3 out of
finals.
5, right?
Yeah, I reset.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Goat will be in grand finals. That's my prediction. Goat. Leo.
I think MK Leo's on my side, so I'd be inclined to disagree with you.
I like that attitude.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Okay. Well,
yeah.
We'll see. Yep. I guess we'll see. You guys obviously are going to have like a good little training regiment there, chilling at Narrows and then just chilling in general. So I'm wishing you guys, of course, the best. This was a great episode. We've been so treated to just have Light indoors for these last couple episodes, whether it be on somebody else's setup or in the venue of Cirque. You know what I mean? So
I don't believe in consistency. That's why I'm getting first this tournament and 97th the next.
You know what? I can see that in Cosmos. I hope you get top 8 too, my God. But that'll do it for that. There is one more thing I did want to touch on because I would be remiss as a commentator if I didn't at least bring this up. Okay. I don't even really want to get this a lot of attention because I think it's so stupid. But yesterday, okay, there was, good old Arbiter decided, hey, I'm gonna tweet out that I want to commentate for free. I don't want to get paid any money to comment. I want to go to these events and I don't want to get paid any money.
That's not what he said.
He did say that.
That's not how he said it.
Well, whatever. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to his damn Twitter. I don't care. Okay. But despite, crowdfunding money to go to said tournament, weird. But yeah. So do you guys think that was something he should have kept to himself or not? I personally, I'll keep it real with you guys. Like, I understand why a lot of people in the esports space are like, this is dumb as hell. This is, what the hell? Matching shirts? That's insane. Wow. All right. I like it. I like it a lot.
Multiverses, baby.
Multiverses, baby. Coming back. There's a lot of people.
Is this mic on? Anyways, go on.
That are talking about, like, oh, this is why it hurts, this, that, and the other. Me personally, I'm just like, the reason I don't care as much is because I know, like, the events I work for are, like, fair and legit events. You know what I'm saying? I'm not competing with some newly free slave mentality to just do everything for free. You know what I mean? That's just me personally. Do you guys have any 2 cents, even though you're not commentators? I'm just curious.
You can go first.
I think it's stupid for him to want that, period. Like, in general, like you can work an event for free if that's what they offer you. But like, if you're gonna go to an event, you might as well get as much as you can get, or get as much as you think you are worth. If you think you are not worth anything, then like, what the fuck are you really commentating for? Like, go to locals and feel like you can get better. Like, it doesn't make sense that you would want to go to an event for free when they can pay you. Like, you would turn down money even if they offered you money. So that's what doesn't make sense to me. I think that's stupid about that.
Okay, so I think the mindset was wrong. Maybe announcing. I mean, the mindset was right. I don't think announcing it was probably the best, but I think the mindset was right. Okay, he didn't really say that he would just turn down money. He more so said that he would like to go to events probably for free, just so he can get the experience of going to more events, traveling to these areas, and like.
He specifically said, no, they offered me money and I turned it down.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, that was stupid. That's actually, I didn't see that tweet. I saw the tweet where he was like talking about how he would like to go to events so like he could like, travel and get new experiences. If he's turning down money actively, come on, man, you're not being the brightest. Like,
I just think you'd want it. Like, if you're putting in good work, you should be want to compensated for that. Because and look, I'm not trying to tell another man how to handle his business. That's how you feel, bro. That's how you feel. But since you put it out there publicly, it is up to be criticized, okay? I feel like you put it out there to be on some hero type. Like, I'm putting on the cape. Look at this nice guy I am. Like up my. Some niggas was just like, bro, you sound stupid. But like, at the end of the day, like, I know he's a nice kid, and I think you handle business how you want to handle it. Not everything needs to maybe publicized just because of how it looks. Like, I agree you didn't need all that backlash, but when you put yourself out there, sometimes it's just gonna come for you no matter what. That's just my 2 cents on it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I don't think it's that deep, but
I think it's good that he publicized it.
You think it's good?
Yes.
Why do you think it's good?
Because I do think he's good intentions end of the day. But it's good for other people to understand kind of like the likelihood, the way it does work, to the norm.
Okay.
So for people who are doing it for free, maybe they'll start thinking like, oh, maybe I should try to find out my worth, try to get paid for my work, right? And I think it just puts it into the perspective of everyone, because I think that's something that is very easily forgotten in such a passion project that it's smashed.
Sure. That's fair. That's fair. I personally, I won't work an event for free, but I have worked for an event for like travel help and like hotel accommodations, for example. Like, I consider that payment. You know what I mean? Because again, I've always been very active and vocal that I will work within an event's budget. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about the dollar amount, but some help with obvious things is always good. But hey, you know what? Do your thing, bro. At the end of the day, I'm never gonna tell a black man to not feel a certain way if he wants to. I'm just saying that was a little wild, bro. But again, you. These two
Just don't do that.
why would you turn down the money? I finally found the tweet so I could make sure I read it properly. Why would you turn down the money?
Never
It's
turn
like,
down the money. That's all
even
we
if
got,
you were
brother.
thinking of, even if your intention is to like just go to as many tournaments as you can to commentate and like get on the stage and stuff like that, Like, why wouldn't you just take the money and then use that to go to another event and then just be like, hey, I'm here.
I'm reinvesting it. I'm reinvesting it in going to tournaments. Yeah.
Right.
What wasn't it like?
I can't wrap my head around what you
Isn't that bad for the community as well? Where like other tournaments will just start to take this free dude instead of taking like other people
Exactly.
who like work.
Well, it's not
hard
really.
and,
So
like,
that's the thing that confused me because he crowdfunded the trip to go there. Like he had people donate for his cause to go there. That's why it's so
that's even worse.
it's so mind blowing.
he said, "Don't give me money.
Company don't give me
I'll
money.
take the communities."
That's why it's just so confusing.
I'm grassroots, baby. I don't need no company.
He goes on Twitter. By the way, guys, can I have like a couple hundred?
All right, listen.
I don't understand that.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't really care, but people want us to talk about it, so I thought I'd just touch on it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really care either.
Good job, Arbiter. Do your thing, bro. All right, that'll do it for Lights Out. This was
Don't do that.
this was episode number 49. You already know we speak our piece, we talk our we hold it down better than anybody else in the business. So if you put Lights Out, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because you always know the vibes. We'll catch you on the next one, which is going to be episode 50, the big 5-0 from your boys at Lights Out. We can't wait to see you there. Y'all take care.